lot of people do not understand that being your body goals year round is literally an identity shift that you need to do, because it isn't just a one size fits all routine for each individual person. Like, I get a lot of women that ask me, oh my God, Treasure, what is your workout routine? And I'm like, my workout routine is probably going to be about 25 to 30% of the reason why my body looks the way it is. It is genetics, right? It is years I have in the game. It is my healthy habits that go far beyond outside of the gym, because the gym is going to amplify what you're already doing to pour into your physique and pouring into your body goals. If you have your mindset made up to believe that something is going to be hard for you, then guess what? It is going to be hard. So the best thing that you could do is literally brainwash yourself on your fitness journey to thinking that you are worthy of your dream body, to believe that you're going to achieve your body goals with ease, to believe that pouring into yourself is literally a non-negotiable. It is a baseline to becoming your highest, most healthiest, most vibrant self. Hi ladies, I hope you are doing well and I hope you're having an amazing start to your new year. If you're new here, my name is Treasure. I am about all things health, wellness, fitness, glow up. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, please go ahead and subscribe. Today is really just going to be a sit down girl chat talk, like video, just off the cuff, just talking to you ladies about how to have a successful fitness journey that goes far beyond the gym, that goes far beyond, oh, you need to eat healthy, right? Like the true inner work and divine feminine energy that you need in order to manifest your dream body, achieve your dream body with ease, and having a positive mindset whenever it comes to being healthy and not feeling like you need to be restricted and not feeling like you need to suffer in order to be your own body goal. So we're gonna be talking about the do's, the don'ts, just overall having a little bit of girl chat about how to become your body goals and bridge the gap between your future self and where you are right now. Before we get started in the video, I just have to give a big thank you to the tiny but mighty community that we're building here on YouTube. Last video, I was feeling a little iffy about the length of my videos, whether or not you guys are liking it, and I got so many positive feedback. I get you guys DMing me your stories on Instagram and how I'm inspiring you. Please note that you guys are inspiring me, and the reason why I keep putting out video after video is simply because I love you guys and I love how you guys think. I love the stories you guys tell me, both personally but also in the comments. So please continue doing that. And I just have to say, if you know a woman in your life that really needs to hear the message about holistic healing, health and wellness, manifestation, divine feminine energy, like all of the many things I love bringing here to you guys, send this to her, because this is a message that I was interested in, I would say about in 2022. And I finally am at a point in my life where I'm like, I want to blend all these concepts together, because there's more to your fitness journey than just, oh, I work out and I feel hot while doing it. Like, this is like a whole inner world glow up. Okay, so let's get into the video, girl. First and foremost, my love, I want you to do an audit of your life if you haven't already. I know we are building vision boards and we're like, I'm gonna accomplish this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. However, you need to understand that whenever it comes to New Year's resolution, people typically fall off by week 2. One of the reasons because of that is the fact that you didn't do the identity work and you didn't make the internal shifts that you needed in order to make sure that your higher identity is matching your actions, or your actions are matching your higher identity. So one thing that I like to do every year, and actually every month, is I take a full audit on what were my actions this month, what has brought the most impact, versus where are some areas that I really need to improve on. For example, if your goal is to save a certain amount of money, but you didn't have any actions, like you didn't create any automatic bank transfers, you never decided on a number, then guess what? It's not gonna happen. So what I like to do each year, I like to sit down, throw out my top 5 goals that I was able to accomplish versus 5 goals that I was not. And this is big or small. Sometimes it's as simple as, oh, I told myself that I was going to start taking myself out on solo dates versus, oh, I want my business to hit a certain number and to hire X amount of employees. Like they can really range for me. And so I want you to take a look. Reflect on last year. I know we're constantly in the future because that is just society structure right now, but really reflect back so you're able to adjust in the present moment. So do that audit. 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. First and foremost, what worked well in your actions? Let's say your goal was to really level up on your fitness journey. Let's say you didn't get to your body goal, but guess what? Did you do things in the beginning of the year, such as meal prep, but you fell off in the middle of the year? Okay, why did you fall off? Like do a full audit and brain dump everything on a piece of paper, because a lot of us, we think things all the time. Like your brain is like what thinks thousands of thoughts every minute. However, if you do not transcribe how you feel, how you think, what your intentions are, then guess what? It is just going to be a fleeting thought, right? That's just going to live, in your beautiful, magical brain that God blessed us with. Another thing that I would like to add to this element that I wasn't meant to say, but I was watching this podcast and the speaker was basically talking about how whenever he consumes educational resources such as podcasts, books, instead of writing down in his notes, okay, this person said this, that's good. He literally will write down how it translates and how he needs to put it in his lifestyle and adjust it in his business, adjust it in his strategy. We were watching this video and Treasure said, okay, go ahead and write down, your audit. You're like, do audit. No, don't just write that down. Explain, okay, Treasure wants me to write down an audit of things that did well this year. So I need to make sure that I hit X, X, and X later on. Like, write down notes that are going to be useful whenever you are educating and you're going after those goals. I need you to make sure that you are making it personal to you so you have a higher likelihood of making sure that it gets done and it gets implicated. Always have to do an audit whenever you are trying to achieve a goal, because what you're doing might be positive, however, it's not serving you. A good example that I love giving is, for a long time in my fitness journey, before I did my cut back in 2023, the end of 2023, going into 2024, so I can become my body goals for my birthday in spring, I literally was in the gym 6 days a week. You might look at that and say, oh, well, Treasure, that's awesome. Like you were really hustling for your goals. For me, it caused hormonal imbalance. My period was irregular. It caused a lot of inflammation and it actually caused me to be hungrier. So in return, I was eating so much. I was eating in a surplus. So I started gaining weight that was unintentional after my bulk and I was trying to cut. So that was not serving me. So sometimes you're going to do your audit. You're going to look at it. You're going to be like, hold on, Treasure, because I'm doing all the right things, but all the right things doesn't equate to you doing something that is productive for the goals that you have set for yourself. Present day editing, Treasure here. So I always get questions from you guys about where I get all my workout sets here on YouTube. This is one from Velocity. This is not sponsored, by the way. They sent me some clothes and I'm absolutely obsessed with them. So ladies, if you're trying to level up your wardrobe, get this set, girl. The biggest thing with the mindset going into 2026, what I want us to think about is the fact that you yourself are the mastermind and you are the co-creator with God, where anything that you think in your mind is going to be true for you, right? This concept is something that I love thinking about, and I love just coming up with like my own theories, because you look at certain religions, right, that essentially all have the same centralized message of God and spirit. However, we divide ourselves, even though it is a matter of POV of similar things. So whenever I am trying to achieve a goal, I always think to myself, what is the path to least resistance? And that path is going to be varied upon each person that might have that particular goal. That's why I truly believe in doing the inner work and listening to your inner self and co-creating with God, if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, and to make sure that you have divine messaging that goes far beyond, oh my gosh, something bad is about to happen, I have anxiety. Versus whenever it comes to your favorite things in life, let's say you used to be a figure skater and you're on your fitness journey, so you get a divine download to start figure skating again, because guess what? That is a form of exercise. Like, sitting with yourself, listening to that inner voice, and that kind of comes from more so developing and enhancing your divine feminine energy. I find that women are incredibly intuitive, and you can use that intuition with your fitness journey. It's kind of like this beautiful feminine fitness, I guess, approach where it doesn't have to be masculine all the time. Sometimes you need to follow your heart. For example, there is a strategic but also a follow your heart element of the new body recomp program I'm on. I'm wanting to eliminate some fat off of my body. I honestly have had a maintenance year in 2025, and this year I'm leveling up again. So I'm on a new program so I can preserve muscle mass and I can eliminate and drop my body fat percentage. One of the things that I got a download for was yoga, right? That is something that I have been on and off for years simply because I just never really commit myself. But I have this mindset of I want to be and feel at home in my body. I want to be more peaceful. I want more serenity in my mornings, in my nights. And I also want to improve my flexibility. I've been studying a lot on fascia, on the human body, and how if you were not bending and stretching your body, you're literally becoming fused together. And that's why as you get older, you become less mobile. There's so many benefits that I didn't know was there until I started just listening to that inner voice. And that's something that I want you to do on your fitness journey that isn't necessarily very masculine. However, your body will tell you what it needs. You don't need to just listen to everyone on the internet. Sometimes you need to listen to your voice because we are so divine and so equipped to know what's right for us. The third thing with mindset is if you know that you have a terrible mindset whenever it comes to fitness, I don't want you to feel like you need to fight off those thoughts. What I mean by fighting off those thoughts is recognize that that's a thought and realize where's the root of that thought coming from. The example that I love giving is I used to think that I didn't like the gym. I used to think I hated the gym. I used to think the gym was very, very scary. What I realized is I feared the gym for such a long time. I did used to push myself to go back in 2019 whenever I first started my fitness journey. However, I was scared to actually exercise. I used to stay on the treadmill. I used to stay on the elliptical. That was fine to a certain degree because it helped me kind of immerse myself in exercise and working out and being healthy because I didn't have a past, like I wasn't an athlete growing up. So I just really felt very new in that space and I felt uncomfortable. And then once I was in the gym for a few weeks and I was on the treadmill, I really, really was terrified to go down in the weight room, use the machines and things like that. So I didn't push that and I didn't suppress that and I didn't push myself. I thought, why is that the case for me? Why am I scared? Why do I feel anxiety each time I pass it? I want to go in there and I want to finally do the workouts that I see on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, but I just can't. Boom. I did the inner work and I journaled this out and I'm like, why am I so scared? And it boiled down to the fact that I had gym anxiety due to men being in the workout space where growing up in high school and in middle school, I was very quiet. So I used to be picked on by mostly men, not necessarily women. And so for me, that fear was going into a dominated space that I didn't feel secure in due to my past relationship with the masculine and knowing that I'm an outsider and I am not experienced. So I felt like that was an opportunity for people to then make fun of me, right? So mind y'all, I'm a college student at this time, right? But wounds from Treasure being in middle school and early age high school still came up for me. And so I realized, okay, this is something that I'm naturally going to feel fear in. The only way to really beat that fear was just immersing myself in the environment because I knew that the fear was actually not logical. These men don't know me. Even if they do say something about me, like, I don't care. I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to, live a healthier life. I'm trying to feel confident in my body. Like, I don't care, but it was an irrational fear that I made bigger in my head. So I knew that. So I knew the process would be to immerse myself in that environment, regardless of how fast my heart would pump. What I did for my ladies that have gym anxiety right now is I used to wear a hat and I used to put on headphones, and I used to find a corner in the gym, gather my kettlebell, gather my dumbbells, my bands and all that stuff. And I used to sit in the corner and I used to put on videos and literally just work out. And then fast forward to now, 2025, girl just walks in like I own the place. I don't care. I don't care. I'm deserving of being in that space. It's not only for men, it is for women. It is for everyone that's wanting to build that muscle mass, to help prevent disease, to help with mobility, to help with strength. That was a limiting belief that I had that was so big in my brain until I started doing the deed. Then I felt confident in myself. So you have to figure out on your fitness journey, what are you making harder than what it actually is, right? Like your perceived reality is only right for you. Sometimes you need to be that bystander. That's why therapy is important, to kind of bounce ideas back. Like, what is the root irrational fear that you have? And then find it, and then have things in place for you to still recognize that fear, acknowledge the fear, don't shame yourself, but have the tools that you need to keep moving forward. Because where you need to be, right? You got to make a jump sometimes. And that jump might seem scary, that leap might seem scary, but I promise you, you are alive. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you might as well do it. The last concept that I have whenever it comes to doing your fitness journey in 2026 and becoming your own body goals is simply creating your own routine. I say this all the time in all my videos, and I'm really hoping it lands for you, because this is something that took me a very, very long time. Your favorite fit influencer is not going to necessarily be the only blueprint that you need to follow in order to get to your body goal. Yes, it's important to find inspiration, to find motivation, find different techniques, different strategies to get you to your goal. But just because she is following this 5-day split, this specific nutrition, plan, that doesn't mean that it's going to be right for you, because I train hundreds of women, helping them transform their bodies and their mindsets and their lifestyles. And when I tell you, the advice that I give is going to vary. Yes, it's very treasure-coded, holistic wellness, inner work. However, everyone is so different, so that routine needs to reflect what your goals are and what your lifestyle is. So back in the day, I used to sit on videos such as this one, and I'm like, okay, what does that influencer do? I'm gonna do the same exact thing. And then it used to burn me out. I couldn't follow it. I wasn't thinking about the fact that, this influencer had been in the gym a whole decade, and I was first year in, scared to even go in the weight room. And I was expecting to see those same results as her because she's on that current one. We didn't see the background. A lot of people that follow me, they see me cut down, 50 plus pounds. A lot of people don't know that I was in the gym 6 years. I had lost 50 plus pounds before, right? A lot of people didn't realize that it wasn't my starting body. It was actually my 6-year body with weightlifting, and I had a lot of muscle mass on me, and I literally cut down. So now I'm very toned, right? And I have muscle on my body that is very lean, simply because I wasn't just prioritizing weight loss. I was prioritizing fat loss strategies, but it looked like I lost a lot of weight. Like, there's so many things that fitness influencers, creators, public figures, content creators, whatever you want to call it, that don't necessarily apply to you and your situation. That's why I'm a big believer in having a coach, right? Having a mentor, having someone that can give you the customized approach that you need for your fitness journey, so you are able to sustain it with where you are at right now, so you don't burn out, and then you don't have terrible self-esteem because you're like, oh, well, she does it and I can't. Like, what is wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. Like, I'm not committed enough. No, she's just doing fitness influencing full time, and she has the time to go to the gym 6 days a week for an hour, do 15K steps. She has a meal prep delivery service. Like, there are things that are not necessarily talked about in those spaces. And so you need to make sure that you're creating a fitness routine that is realistic to you, and just finding inspiration from women that are similar to you and your approach to fitness. All right, ladies. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys found something useful in it, and I pray to God that you guys are realizing that what is possible is so endless, and you could do anything in this life as long as you have a plan set and you are following the aligned actions that you need in order to get to that goal. right? I used to watch these videos all the time, feeling like, oh my God, her body is so amazing. It's gonna take me forever to get there. I'm never gonna get there. And then look at me now, fast forward to 2025, I'm literally my own body goals. And it took me a long time to be able to say that. There's not a fitness influencer celebrity that I want their body. I want mine. I love my body. I put a lot of work into it, and I want that for you. So if you're on your journey, you're feeling discouraged, please keep going, because it's gonna be worth it for you in the end. As discussed earlier in the video, I do have a one-on-one coaching program. In that program, you get customized everything, meal plans, workouts. You work personally with me to troubleshoot anything in your fitness journey, try to help root those self-sabotaging characteristics about yourself. I always say that my program is a blend between fitness, but also wellness, and then the inner work and the identity shifts that you need to be able to accomplish your goals and do it sustainably. So if you're interested in that unique hybrid of coaching, I would love to have you in there. Make sure to apply and schedule your call so we can start working together. And then also, ladies, follow me on Instagram. I'm way more active. You'll see a lot more behind the scenes. It is at The Treasure Show, same as my YouTube. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye.